Hey Facebook Live, this is Rich Fontaine with another episode of Daily Motivation 107, where we're going to be continuing our talk on my book Destiny on Purpose, How to Get What You Truly Want Out of Life. Hey, thanks Jazz for participating. Thank you anyone else that gets a chance to watch this live or watch this later. Like the great Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me and I appreciate it, especially on a beautiful Friday evening. It's gorgeous outside, so I just wanted to take a little bit of outdoor activities, do some grounding, and hang out in nature, which is highly important. I advise anyone to do it as much as you possibly can. Now, so we are finishing our laws from 11 to 15. Now, we started with the mind section, and then we moved on to the body section where we're in the body right now, the physical habits that you have to do on a daily basis that promote and create success in your life. And then right after that, we're going to the spiritual. The spiritual section has 9 laws, most than any other section, because you are more governed by the things you can't see than the things you can. And when you understand that is the unseen that governs more than your life than what you see, it changes. It's life-changing. And so we'll go ahead and start with law number 11, which is the law of giving. Hey Jim, how's it going, brother? Number 11, the law of giving. Life is about exchanging energy. The energy must be sent out in order to receive a response. The more energy given, the more received. In the pursuit of your goal, give it energy, give it life, give it reason, give it faith that it will happen. Refrain from giving out energy that will backfire in your pursuits. Only give what you would like to receive. And that's the golden rule. Give what you like to receive. If you want more money, you give money. If you want more happiness, you give happiness. If you want more smiles, you give smiles. Some people say, man, people are such jerks nowadays, but give niceness. Let you be the change. Let you be the person that catapults the difference in this planet and on this world. So as you give more, hey Marilyn, how's it going? Hey Kimberly. As you give more of yourself, you start to receive more back. As I give in thoughts, I get more back. As I give information, I get more information. So whatever you want, give it out first, and then you tend to receive it. And if you're going to go on a pursuit, give it life. How do you give it life? You give it energy. And you forgive. You relinquish energy that's holding you back and holding you down. You forgive. You relinquish. You don't hoard. Even things sometimes me and Jazz go in our garage, we're like, we don't even use this stuff. Let's give it away. Why? Because it allows to get room for things to come into your life. Which leads me to law number 12, which is the law of karma, which is aka the law of receiving. Now we're into the spiritual section. See, you are always in charge of what you give, but you are never in charge of what you receive. That's from a higher source energy. That's from nature. Nature does the receiving, but you are always in charge of the giving. But just know, whatever you give, you'll get back in receiving. So number 12 is the law of karma. Karma is just another word for receiving what you have given out. This is what keeps balance in the universe. Once an energy is given, it has to be returned either in energy or matter. If you focus your energy on what you would like to receive, it has to return to you. It's called balance. Understand that your returns compound with time, meaning it doubles depending on the time it takes to return to you. It is impossible to stop karma, but it can be transmuted by changing the thoughts, feelings, or behaviors that started the motion. Karma is so important. It's one of those things that are just completely misunderstood. All it is getting you back of what you give out. Like if you're a tennis player, if you hit the racket hard, most likely the receiver is going to hit it hard back to you. And it's the same thing in the universe. Whatever you give out with massive energy, it comes back to you massive energy. And whatever you give out in slow and mundane and sluggish way will come back to you in the same format. So whatever you give, you shall receive. And now, karma is just getting back what you gave. So if something's happening to you in your own life, you could say, I gave that. Just know it's always something that's returned to you. So don't ever get mad at the person that did you wrong. Look at yourself and say, hey, I may have received that because I gave it out. That might have been something that I deserved. Take in the karma. Don't fight it. Just say, okay, well, that was that. I took that. All right? And be blessed and happy and keep the positive energy going, because you don't want to attract more negative karma by being upset by the situation. But as you let it go and say, you know what, that's part of my karma, I accept it, that relinquishes your karma from coming back to you in a negative way, in a negative light, which actually leads to law number 13, the law of failure. Success is a result of mistakes and failures, which helps the person to return or change their approach. Understand that failure is a stepping stone. It is not a wall. You must continue the journey and not accept permanent defeat. Be fluid with your plans if needed. Just keep the objective in mind. You could be one failure away from glory. Consider this from now on. You never lose. Either you win or you learn something. Keep that in mind whenever defeat pokes her head out to visit. Understand that defeat means you must be persistent, positive, resourceful, patient, and ask yourself the best question you can. Why did I fail? And answer it as it comes to you. Failure happens only for two reasons. Either for us to change our course or for us to learn something. So you never truly fail if you learn something. If you didn't learn and you continuously make the same mistakes, then you have adopted failure as a lifestyle and a habit. But if you failed and say, okay, why did I fail? Why did this thing not work out? Why did this thing not happen the way I wanted it to happen? And you dissect it and you break it down, you reverse engineer it. In there, you could find the seed of like, hey, you know what? Maybe I didn't do that one particularly well. Maybe I need to combine with somebody. Maybe I need some help. Maybe I need some additional education. Maybe I just need some time. And when you cannot look at failure, when you can look at failure not as a thing that's tearing you down, but a stepping stone to take you up, that's when life truly changes, because it helps you think and search your own self to realize, okay, the reason why I'm not reaching my goals is not because I'm a failure. It's because there's something I need to learn, or maybe I'm pursuing something I really have no business pursuing. Maybe there's something that is off my path, and I need to find my path to align me to the life that I truly want. Because you've been sending rockets since you were a kid, and sometimes you go off your path of what you were truly born to do. Which leads me to law number 14, which is probably one of the most misunderstood laws in this entire book, is the law of love. Love is the strongest power there is, stronger than Earth's gravity. It attracts more rapidly than it repels. The energy that the emotion love radiates is the vibration that the entire cosmos is made of. I do not mean romantic love, even though it is a part of the equation, but a love which beats the rhythm of a song of mutual benefit that we all survive and thrive. When you radiate the same sentiment, not in talk alone, but in your core being, the energy, the frequency will attract at the speed of light. You must love life. Love the journey you are on. Love all things equally, and most of all, love yourself. The kind of power is unmatched, and no weapon formed against it will prosper. It is your sword and your shield. Hey Mark, how's it going? The law of love is an energy. It's a potent energy, and it's the highest frequency and vibration there is. The reason why I can attract things into my life sometimes easily and effortlessly is because I do it out of love. And love is acceptance. That's the true meaning of love. When you see a mother that has a child, right? You ever have a mother like that's a face only a mother could love. It's not a face only a mother could love. It's a face that only a mother could accept. She loved him so much, I accept all of your flaws. When you love life, you accept everything in it, even the bad, even the people that you don't like, even the crime, the hurts, the pains, the struggles. You love it all because it's all part of the story. It's all part of the unfolding that we call life. Without the dramas, would life be boring? Why do you watch drama on TV, right? To have something to talk about, have something to hold on to. You love it. You love the thrillers. You love the scary movies. You love life. And when you can love life, life starts to embrace you. Because you accept it all. You don't look at it with ill will. You said that's part of the unfolding. It was Ram Dass that said, you'll get to a point, you'll see somebody trip and fall, and you said, perfect. That was perfect. It was perfect unfolding. It was a perfect timing. Everything happens in perfect alignment. And that's love. When you could approach everything with, that's good. When God made the first day, he said, that's good. Because he loved it all. Even if it wasn't developed yet, it was still unfolding. It wasn't there yet. It was still coming and creating its own self. But he still said it's good. Even if I'm still getting to that goal, I still love it. I love the process. I love this thing called life. And that pushes you into a whole nother level of attracting what you truly want in your life. Which leads you to the last law for today, is law number 15, which is the law of communication and understanding. And this is actually the biggest, longest chapter in the book, because understanding your communications and your understanding with other human beings is huge. You need other people for your success. You can't do it alone. Even the people that pay you money, you need them there to pay you the money. Or you need the clients, you need other people. And some people, I can't stand people. And you can't stand life. You can't stand love. You can't stand success. Because other people are a part of your success. Yes, it's annoying sometimes, but when you can have better communication and understanding of people, then it helps you align yourself that they'll help you to your success. So the law 15, to truly understand people, you must listen to them. In order to listen correctly, you must listen attentively. People want to be understood. In other words, they want to be heard. Take the time to get to know people and genuinely see what they want. What people say with their mouths might not exactly be what they feel. Catching others' vibes is the best way to feel them out and understand their true intentions. Remain quiet and speak only when needed. Overspeech comes off as insecure habits of filling the silence. Silence is a good thing. You want your comments, words, or ideas stated clearly and directly. Be pleasant in your speaking with people, allowing comforting tones in your voice, and only when needed, use a turn tone. But if you are communicating correctly, this shouldn't be often. Listen for people's names, hobbies, important subjects, or anything you can relate to in order to spark conversations. But allow others to speak as you listen. When I was a sales rep, they said you should speak 30% of the time and listen 70% of the time. That's how I used to get most of my sales. I remember I worked at a cell phone store, and I was like #1 in the district in sales of insurance. And how did I do it? I always listen. I talk less. They told me all these things, and I just used what they said, and I communicate. So what you're saying is you're clumsy with your phone. Yeah. Then you should get the insurance. I remember I had the insurance when I didn't have insurance. I broke my phone several times. Did you, Rich? Yes. And it's that connection. When I speak on stage, I'm so present. I'm connecting with the people. I'm listening to what they want. My mentor, Les Brown, said, don't get what you want in the way of what people need to hear. And by connecting with people, you see what they need to hear versus than what you want to say. Even when you have your loved ones, sometimes we're so quick, I used to do this, so quick to fix problems, I wasn't listening. Jazz would come to me and say, hey, I had an issue today, and she's trying to just tell me the issue. She doesn't want me to fix it. And instead of me listening, I'm in my own mind trying to fix the problem. Like, hey, maybe you should do this, you should do this. But all she wanted was a hear. And when I could hear her, and all I said, you know what, babe, you're right. That lady is a bee. That's all she needed to hear. And our communication in our relationship is that much better because we're on a connected vibe, because we're communicating better. And always understand what people say. Some people may say, hey, I want my problem fixed. No, what they really want is for you to listen. So don't get what they say in the way of what they feel. Feel their vibe out. Feel them out. But that takes you being open to really trying to understand people. Understand what they want. Understand what they need. Understand what their vibe truly is. Because trust me, I used to do this. I will say one thing, but I truly meant another. And when you can really understand that all people do that, it helps you be a better communicator and understand people on a high vibrational level. Again, this is Rich Fontaine doing the Destiny on Purpose series, going through all the laws. Next is the final 20 laws, 15 to 20, in the soul section. I hope this served you well. This is Rich Fontaine. Either you could agree with me or not agree with me. Either way, I feel that this was a successful conversation. We're out here in nature, just enjoying it a little bit, enjoying the sun before it goes down. I appreciate everyone taking your time to watch this. I love all of you. Namaste.